Welcome students. Today's class we are going to see 8th standard first term the numbers. The lesson 1 maths first lesson in numbers. That is what we are going to see. We will see introduction. See what is natural number? Natural number, it is a Murian, okay, finite number. It is a finite number which starts from 1. Okay, natural number is a number which starts from 1 and goes upwards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like that it will go. Okay. Since it is going from 1 to higher, this is also called as counting number. This is also called as counting numbers. This is also called as counting numbers. Okay. Then another name is natural number. Okay. So this number is denoted by the letter N, capital N. This number is denoted by capital letter N. Okay. Okay. See, the natural number can be visualized with the ray marked with these numbers. See, it starts from 1 and it will go upwards. And this is endless. It will go on. It will go on. Okay. Next. Then what is whole number? It is similar to natural number, but it will start with 0. That is the only difference. Okay. That is the only difference. See, these numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 tell some count. Suppose if it is empty, how will you represent that one? If it is empty, we have to mention that with 0. If nothing is there, we have to mention that with 0. Okay. The natural numbers system with the additional number 0 becomes the whole number. Okay. Then what is whole number? It is similar to natural number, but it starts with 0. So this is called a whole number. Whole number is represented by capital W. Okay. Whole number is denoted by capital W. Okay. Similarly, natural number is denoted by capital N. Okay. Right. Now you see with this visualization, it starts with 0. Suppose if you omit this 0, it will become normal natural number. If you add 0, prefix 0, then this will become whole number. So by just seeing, you can identify whole number and natural number. Okay. I am asking you one question. 0 is whole number or natural number?
Whole number.
Okay. 1 is whole number or natural number?
Natural numbers.
It is natural number and whole number. 1 is natural number and whole number. So this is the point you have to understand. Okay. Now, you see this line, it will start from 0 and it will go on increasing. Suppose, if you are subtracting 4 from 6, where you will end? You will end in 2. You will end in 2. Okay. Suppose, if you are subtracting another 4 from 2, where you will end? Again, you count here. 1, 2, 3, 4. You will end up in minus 2. So, is there any number called minus 2? No. It is human created. It is human created for the purpose of counting. If any situation arises, so he has created a number system which contains minus numbers. So this is called negative numbers. Okay. Negative numbers are similar to positive numbers except that it will have one minus symbol before that. Okay. Instead of going rightwards from 0, it will go leftwards. It will go on increase leftwards infinitely. Okay. All these numbers are called finite numbers. These numbers are called integers. Okay. Minus numbers, that is negative numbers, 0 and positive numbers. These numbers together are called integers and they are denoted by the letter capital Z. This is denoted by the letter capital Z. Okay. So how whole number is denoted? Whole number is denoted by capital W. Natural number is denoted by capital N. Next come to the rational number. What do you mean by rational number? A number between two integer number is a fraction. Those fractions are called rational numbers. Okay. A number between two integer numbers or two numbers, whatever it may be. It may be any number. A number between two numbers is called rational numbers. You see, they have given one example. Orange is peeled and there is a square root finding, something geometry. Okay. If an orange is peeled off, 8 carpels are found, then one carpel is called 1 by 8. That is 1/8.
1/8.
Okay. 1/8 means whole is 8 and one part is 1/8.
1/8.
1/8. So this is not a whole. This is not a full number. This is a part. So this is called a rational number. Okay. It may be between positive, 0 or negative. It may be between positive number, 0 or negative numbers. It should be between that one. Okay. How can you arrive the rational number? Rational number is denoted by Q. How can you arrive the rational number? See, you divide one integer with another integer, you will get a rational number. You divide one integer, say for example 5, divide by another integer, say for example 8, then you will get 5 by 8. This is called a rational number. Only one exception. What is that exception? The dividing number should not be 0. The dividing number should not be 0. So that is represented here. You see, a ratio made by dividing an integer with another integer is called rational number. Okay. Formally speaking, a rational number is a fraction. Correct? A rational number is a fraction. For example, A is one integer, B is another integer. So A by B is a fraction or rational number, provided B should not be equal to 0. B should not be equal to 0. It should be greater than 0 or less than 0. It should not be 0. That's all. It should not be 0. Okay. Okay, let us recap the exercises. The simplest form of 125 divided by 200 is what? You try to divide it by 25, you will get 5 and below 4. Sorry, 8.
5 by 8.
Yes, 5 by 8 is the simplest form. Okay, இப்போ நம்ம வந்து first exercise பார்க்க போறோம். First exercise பாரு, recap the exercise. The simplest form of 125 divided by 200 is dash அப்படின்னு கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. இதை நம்ம எப்படி பண்ணுறதுன்னு பார்ப்போம். நாங்கள் ஒயிட் போர்டு ஓப்பன் பண்ணியாச்சு. ஸோ நம்ம என்ன பண்ணோம், 125 divided by 200 போட்டிருக்காங்க இல்லையா. இது எப்படி போடுறது அப்படின்னா, மேக்சிமம் எந்த நம்பரால் நம்ம டிவைட் பண்ண போகிறோம் அப்படிங்கிறத பொறுத்து நமக்கு இருக்குது. சரி, ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் மேக்சிமம் இதை 25 டிவைட் பண்ணலாம். ஸோ இங்கே என்ன வருது, 5 டைம்ஸு, கீழே 8 டைம்ஸு. இதுதான் வந்து சிம்பிளஸ்ட் ஃபார்ம். ஓகே, ஓகேவா? இப்படி தான் நம்ம சிம்பிளிஃபை பண்ணணும். சரியா? which of the following is not equivalent factor of 8 by 12? 8 by 12க்கு not equivalent factor அப்படின்னு எப்படி பார்க்கறது அப்படின்னா 8 by 12 உடைய மல்டிப்ளிகேஷன்ஸ் என்னென்ன அப்படின்னு ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பார்க்கணும். சி இப்போ 8 2ஆல் மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணி பார்ப்போம். 8 by 12 தானே, இதை நம்ம இப்போ போட்டு பார்க்கலாமா? 8 by 12 8 by 12 பார்ப்போம். இப்போ 8 by 12 மேலையும் கீழையும் 2ஆல் மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணால் எவ்வளோ வருது? 16, கீழே 24. 3ஆல் மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணால் 24, கீழே 3ஆல் மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணால் 36. 4ஆல் பண்ணால் 4 8s are 32, 4 12s are 48. ஸோ இது எல்லாமே ஈக்குவல் தான். இதை வந்து 2ஆல் மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணியிருக்கோம், இது வந்து 3ஆல் மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணியிருக்கோம், இது வந்து 4ஆல் மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணியிருக்கோம். 4ஆல் பண்ணியிருக்கோம்னா என்ன, மேலையும் கீழையும் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். அப்போ தான் இது ஈக்குவலண்ட்டாக வரும். ஓகேவா? இந்த புக்கில் பாருங்க, புக்கில் வந்து அதில் சேராதது எது அப்படிங்கிறது பார்க்கணும் நம்ம. 16 by 12 இருக்கு, 32 by 12 இருக்கு, 32 by 60 இருக்கு. ஆமாம். ஓ 16 by 24 இருக்கா? இருக்கு. 24 by 36 இருக்கா? இருக்கு. 2 by 3யும் இருக்கு பாரு. 2 by 3னா எப்படி வருதுன்னு பார்ப்போம். சப்போஸ் இஃப் யூ டிவைட், இங்க பாரு இந்த இடத்துல, இஃப் யூ டிவைட், இதை 4ஆல் டிவைட் பண்ணி பார்ப்போம். 4ஆல் டிவைட் பண்ணா 2 4s are 8, 3 4s are 12. இந்த இது இருக்கு, இது இருக்கு, இது இருக்கு. ஓகேவா? ஆனா அதுல இல்லாதது எது அப்படின்னு பார்த்தோம்னா நமக்கு என்ன தெரியுது அதுல இருந்து? 32 by 60. So this is not the equivalent fraction. ஓகேவா? C தான் not the equivalent fraction. சரியா? அடுத்தது, which is bigger, 4 by 5 or 5 by 9? எது பிக்கர் அப்படின்னு கண்டுபிடிக்கணும். 4 by 5 பிக்கரா, 8 by 9 பிக்கரா அப்படின்னு சொல்லி பார்க்கணும். இதுக்கெல்லாம் என்ன பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னா நம்ம அந்த எல்சிஎம் எல்லாம் எடுத்து பார்க்கணும். ஓகேவா? காமன் டினாமினேட்டர் வச்சு அதுக்கு தகுந்த மாதிரி போடணும். ஒரு எக்ஸாம்பிள் போடலாமா? 4 by 5 or 8 by 9. இப்போ நம்ம என்ன பண்ணணும், ரெண்டுக்கும் காமன் டினாமினேட்டர் கண்டுபிடிக்கணும். ரெண்டுக்கும் காமன் டினாமினேட்டர் கண்டுபிடிக்கணும். எப்படி கண்டுபிடிக்கிறதுன்னா, காமன் டிவைடர் எதுன்னு பார்க்கணும். 5, 9. இது எதால பண்ண முடியும்? 1ஆல மட்டும்தானே பண்ண முடியும். ஸோ 5, 9. இப்போ நம்ம என்ன சொல்லியிருக்கோம், இப்படி மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணணும்னு சொல்லியிருக்கோமா? ஸோ 1 into 5 5, 5 into 9 45. ஓகேவா? ஸோ காமன் டினாமினேட்டர் எது? 45. ஓகேவா? எத்தனை 5 இருக்கு 45ல? 9 இருக்கு. ஸோ 9 வருது இல்லையா, அந்த ஃபேக்டரால மேலே மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணணும். 9 வருது இல்லையா, 9 into 4னு போடணும். 9 4s are 36. இது ஃபர்ஸ்ட் நம்பர். செகண்ட் நம்பர் என்ன? இங்க 45. எத்தனை 9s இருக்கு? 5 9s. எத்தனை 9s இருக்கு? 5 9s. 5 கையில வச்சுட்டு மேல இருக்கிற நம்பரால மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணணும். ஸோ 5 into 8, 5 8s are 40. இப்ப பார்த்தா எது பிக்கர்னு உனக்கு தெரியுதா? எது பிக்கர்? 40 by 45 is bigger. அதாவது 36 by 45 is less than 40 by 45, which is equal to 4 by 5 less than 8 by 9. இப்போ எது bigger? This one is the bigger. இதுதான் bigger. சரியா? புரியுதா? இதுதான் வந்து answer. You have to see one by one. Okay? Right. Now, what is the third one? Fourth one, add the fractions 3 by 5 plus 8 by 5 plus 7 by 10. Fourth one, you see, add the fractions.
3 by 5,
8
by
by
8,
5 by 8, 7 by 10. So we have to find the common denominator. Okay, this common denominator. Okay, we will see that one. You tell me your number. Tell me the numbers. 3 by 5 plus
5 by 8
5 by 8 plus
7 by 10.
7 by 10. Now we have to find the common denominator first. Okay. So what is the common denominator? 5, comma 8, comma 10. First we will divide by 5. Okay. Divide by 5. Here you put 1, comma, if it is not dividing, you put as it is. Then 2. Then again you divide these two numbers with 2. Okay. So you keep it 1. This is 4. This is 1. That's all. Now you try to multiply. 5 twos are 10. 10 ones are 10. 10 fours are 40. 40 into 1, 40. So common denominator, what is common denominator? 40. You have to multiply everything, nothing. You have to multiply. 10, 10 fours are 40, that's all. Now you divide this below number with the denominator and then multiply with the quotient. For example, how many 5s are there in 40? 8. 8 is coming, you know?
Yes.
8 5s are 40. So multiply the above number with 8. So what is 8 into 3?
21.
24. 20. 4 8 3s are 24. Plus. Okay, how many 8s are there in 40? 5 8s. So 5 into above number. What is above number? 5. 5 into 5. What is it? 25. Okay. 10. How many 10s in 40? 4. 4 into 7. 4 7s are 20. 28. Okay. Now you add up all those things. You put below number as 40. Okay. Below number as 40. 8. 13. 13 plus 4. 17, extra 1, 7. Okay, this is the addition. Now, suppose above number is higher, below number is lower, what you have to do? You have to convert it into full number. So, how to do that one? You already know that one. 77 divided by 40. So, what is it? 140 is a 40, remaining is 37. So 137 divided by 40. This is the answer. You add up these three numbers, 1, 2, 3, you will get 137 by 40. This is the answer. Okay. Now we will come to the fifth question. Simplify 1 by 8 minus 1 by 6 minus 1 by 4. What is the question? You read it.
Simplify 1 by 8.
1 by 8 minus bracket open.
1 by 6
1 by 6 minus
1 by
1
4.
by 4. Okay. Now you first do this one and then do the second one. Okay. Which is equal to 1 by 8 minus. So what you have to do? You have to find the common denominator. Just do it. 6 comma 4. Which is the common divider? 2. Just think. 2. How much? 3 comma 2. That's all. Okay. Now do this one. 2 3s are 6. 2s are 12. So what is the common thing? Common denominator is
12.
12. Now, how many 6 are there? 2 6.
2 6.
So 2 into
2 into
1. So what is it?
2.
2 minus.
Mm.
How many 4s are there? How many 4s are there in 12? 3.
3.
3 into
1.
3.
Mm.
Okay. Now, which is again you have to put equal to 1 by 8 minus minus 1, isn't it? Minus 1 divided by 12. Okay. So what will happen? Minus into minus. It will become
Plus.
plus. Good. 1 divided by 8. Now it will become plus. So 1 by 12. Now you have to find the common denominator for 8 and 12. So find out 8, comma 12. What is this? Can I put 4? 2, comma 3. That's all. Again you have to do this one. 4 2s are 8. 8 3s are 24. Now you put common denominator as 24. So how many 3s? How many 8s? In 24?
3.
3. 3 into
1.
1. What is this? 3 into 1. What is 3 into 1?
4.
3 into 1.
1. 3.
Into means multiply.
3.
Okay. How many 12s in 24? 12 2s are 24.
2 are 24.
Then 2 into
1.
2 into 1?
2.
Then sum up. What is it? 5 by 24. This is the answer for this whole sum. This is equal to 5 by 24. Okay. Like that, you have to do all the sums. You understand and tell. If the number minus 7 is a rational number, why? Is minus 7 is a rational number? Yes, it is a rational number. How? Any number divided, any integer divided by another integer is a rational number. So can I divide by minus 1 or 1? Yes. Minus 7 is an integer. I am dividing by 1, which means it is a rational number. Even though it looks like a full number or a whole number, okay, even though it looks like an integer without fraction, it is a type of rational number only. Okay. Then come to the second one. Write any 6 rational numbers between 0 and 1. You write any number, 1 by 10, 2 by 10, 3 by 10, 4 by 10. All those numbers are rational numbers. Okay. Any 2 integers which is having denominator should be bigger number and denominator should be small number. Then it is between 0 and 1. Okay. Say for example 5 by 6, 7 by 9. The top number, denominator should be smaller number. Denominator should be bigger number. If that is the case, then it is between 0 and 1. You tell me example. 1 by 2. 3 by
5.
Very good. 3 by 5. 7 by 9. 10 by 20. Suppose if top number, that is denominator, should be bigger number, that will be above 1. That will become above 1. Okay. So always keep it in mind. The top number should be smaller number. Denominator should be
bigger.
Yes. Numerator and denominator. Okay. Right. Now you just see the note. The word ratio in maths refers to the comparison of sizes of two different quantities of any kind. For example, if there is one teacher for every 20 students in the class, then what is the ratio? One teacher for 20 students. So 1 by 20. See, this is the ratio. That is, you see, you just see one teacher for 20 students in a class. Then what is the ratio? Teacher to students ratio. One teacher for 20 students. Okay. Understand? One teacher for 20 students. The ratio, this is the ratio, 1:20. This is technically called as 1:20. 1 is teacher, 20 is student. Ratios are often written as fractions. Understand? Normally, what is often? Normally written as fractions. How? That is 1:20 equal to 1 by 20. 1:20 means 1 by 20. For this reason, numbers in a fraction form also called as rational numbers. Okay. This is very important point. Okay, now you see rational numbers on a number line. You know the number line. See, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will go on increasing. Similarly, 0, -1, -2, -3, like that it will go on decreasing on both sides. So this is called integer numbers. Any number between these two integers is called rational number. Or fractions, isn't it? So how can you mention that one? Locate the rational numbers on a number line is an important skill. For example, to represent the number -3/4, definitely it will come to the left side of the 0. Correct? Since it is minus, it will come in the left side of the 0. Okay? You just see, this is the thing. The point is, you have to divide from 0 to -1, you have to divide into 4 parts, and then between that you have to put the third one. See, what is the denominator means? It means 4. So, that is minus. So, from 0 to -1, you divide that into 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, here 4 parts we have divided. Where we have to mark? We have to mark to 3. -3. That is -1, -2, -3. So, this is called -3/4. Okay. See, you just read this one. -3 on the number line. -3 being negative would be marked to the left of 0. Correct? That is between 0 and 1.
-1.
Yeah, 0 and -1. We know that integer 1 and -1 are equidistant from 0, and are the numbers 2 and -2, 3 and -3 from 0. This concept remains same for the rational number also. Now we mark 3/4. See, 3/4 means this is +4, isn't it? +3, 4. From here to 1, you divide into 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Since we have divided into 4 parts, where we have to mark? We have to mark the third part. 1, 2, 3. So this is 3/4. Okay. To the right of the 0. Okay. So this is how you have to mark the rational numbers. Now you see -3/2. How can you mention this one? You just see here. To mention -3/2, you have to come to this part. It is easy to find -3/2 between -1 and -2. Since -3/2 equal to -1/1 into 1.5. That is -1.5. So, you can very well find that -1 should come to the left of 0. So, after -1, you have to divide into 2 parts between 1 and 2. So, I am dividing here 1 part, 2 parts. So, -2/3 will come here. You have to observe closely. This is the important point. Right. Similarly, now you see Now on the following number line, what is the rational number do the letter A and B represent? First you see B, then we will come to A. Okay. See, B is a plus, so it is definitely positive number. So what is it? 1, 2, 3. You just write 3. How many parts it is divided? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So below is 5. Above is 1, 2, 3. So 3, 3 by 5.
3 by 5.
Correct?
Uh,
3, 3 by 5 is B.
mm,
Correct? Then what is A? Just see here A.
mm.
-1, -2, -3, -4.
-4.
Up to that level you are correct.
Yes.
Okay. Then how many parts it is divided? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Mm.
Okay. So below is 7. At which part? See below. Denominator is 7.
Mm.
At what point it is marked? 1, 2, 3, 4. So -4, 4 by 7. Okay. You can either represent in this format or in this format. Both are same. How can you identify this number? How can you find that it is -32? Or how can you find that it is +18? Both are same.
Yes.
How can you say?
Well,
See, just multiply these two numbers and add the above number. Multiply these two numbers, that is denominator and the whole number, and add this number. 7 4s are 28 plus 4.
32.
So the symbol you have to put as it is. -32 divide by this number as it is. You come here, 3 5s are 15. 15 plus 3, 18. 18 divide by 5. See, these two numbers are same. Either you can say 3 3 by 5 or 18 by 5. Both are
Same.
same. Decimal representation of the rational number. How can you represent in decimal number? We can represent, we already know that we should not divide by 0.
Yes.
Am I right?
Correct.
Okay. A rational number can be nicely represented in decimal form rather than the usual fractional form. What is fractional form? So far we have seen, these are all rational forms. I mean fractional form.
Fraction.
Instead, we can represent in decimal form. That is a whole number. After that, we have to put a dot and then you have to put some numbers. That is called decimal numbers. Correct? Okay, now given the rational number or rational form A by B where B is not equal to 0, just divide the numerator by A. This is the numerator A by denominator B. Isn't it? This is what we are doing. This is one integer, this is another integer. We are dividing numerator A with denominator. Okay. We can see that the expression in terms of non-terminating recurring decimals. Now we will see. Write the decimal forms of the following rational numbers. 1 by 4 can be represented by 25 by 100, that is 0.25. Instead, you cannot understand this mean, I will show you in the whiteboard. Okay. Now we will do the exercise in whiteboard. What is the question? 1 by 4. What they have given? 25 by 100, that is equivalent to 0.25. This is the decimal equivalent. Now I will do it in different way. See, 1 divide by 4. How many 4s are there in 1? Nothing. So I am putting 0. Okay. Then if no numbers are available, you add 0. But if you add 0 here, you put a dot here. Then 1 and 0, that is 10. How many 4s?
2.
2 4s. 2 4s are 8. Now how much you are getting?
2.
You are getting the
2.
remainder as 2. Then is there any other number?
No.
Nothing. So you add up 0. Now how many?
20.
5 fours are
20.
20. 0. Okay. Until you are getting 0, you have to do this one. So what is the answer you are getting?
0.25.
This is the correct way of calculating this one. Instead of coming like this,
Yeah.
you can do like this. The point is you have to put dot
Done.
if there is no number available and go on adding 0 if no number is available. Until the remainder you are getting 0. Okay. And quotient, you see, quotient is the answer. Shall we do the second one? 1 and 3 by 20. Correct? So we have to make it as a normal fraction. What do you have to do? This multiply and this add. Now you see 20 into 1, 20 plus 3, 23 by 20. Or otherwise, you keep 1 as it is and do this work the 3 alone. Shall we do this one for 3 alone? You just see. 3. I will do it in both ways. 3 divided by, what is it? 20. This is 3 divided by 20. No. Any 20 available in 3? No. So you have to put 0. Then you have to put one dot and again you put 0. How many 20s in 30? 1. 1 20s are 20. 0 and you will get 1. Is there any other number? No. Again I am adding 0. How many 20s? 5 20s are 100. Then you will get 0. So 1.15. This is one way. 1.15 is one way. Another way, you just see. Now we converted into 23 by 20, isn't it? 20 into 120 plus 3, 23 by 20. Now you do it for full number. 23 by, you will get same answer, 20. So how many 20s are in 23? 1. Then 20. What is the remainder? 3. Since there is no number, I am putting a dot and adding a 0. From here onwards, you see this will come. Okay. How much? 1. 120 is a 20. Then you will get remainder 0. Then add another 0. Then you will put 5 to 20, 100. That's it. So you are getting the same answer for this one. Okay. For this method, for this method. Both are straight. So 1.15 is the decimal representation of 3 by 20. Okay. This is how you have to do your work. Let us try this one. How they put users see? See, this is another way.
3 by 20 equals to
23 by 20. Which is again equals to 115 into 100. How did you arrive that one? You have to bring that one to 100, which is a little bit difficult. That is what I am using that method. That method is a little bit easy, isn't it? This is very difficult. Now what is the fourth one? For the third one, minus 3.
Minus 5.
Minus 5, 4 by 5. So I will tell you another easy method. You multiply the denominator with the whole number. 5 5s are
25.
25 plus denominator. What is it?
5.
5 5s are 25 plus denominator. What is denominator? 4. 29. 29 by 29 by 5. See, this is, I told you how this number is coming. You multiply the denominator with the whole number and add the denominator. So 5 5s are 25 plus 4.
29
29 by
by
5. That's all. You just divide, you will get this one.
Mm.
29 divide by 5. Shall we do that one here?
Mm.
What is this? 20,
minus 5
29. 29 divide by 5. Isn't it?
yeah
How many 5s? 5 5s. 5 5s are 20.
25
5, 4 you are getting. So after that no number. So I am putting 0. Dot I have to put. I'm sorry. Put dot.
Mm.
Okay. Here I have to put 0.
Mm.
Isn't it?
Mm.
Now how many 5s are there in 40?
8
8 5s are
40
8 5s are
4
40. Now you are getting 0. So what is the quotient? 5.8.
8
That is the answer. But if you see in the book, they will have different method. You see that in book, you will get 58 by 10 something they are doing. Instead, you make a simple division. You will get this answer. Okay. Now,
3
okay.
I cannot understand.
Oh, what is the problem in understanding 3? You just see 3 means 3 by 1. That is 30 by 10, which is 3.0. That's all.
Very simple.
It is very simple. Now you see the fifth one. This is important. Fifth one is important. 1 by 3. I already told you, you divide nominator by denominator, isn't it? Now you see, I will tell you. Suppose if you are continuously getting digits, you put 3 or 4 digits and then stop. Okay. That is the approximation. That is the approximation. See, this is the approximation. This is how I did it. The thing. So when you are dividing 10 by 3, you get 3 and remainder 1, again 3, like that it will go on. Okay. This is one important point. Okay, now what is the next?
Note.
You have a note. The above examples show how a rational number may be given in decimal form. The reverse process of converting the decimal form of a rational number to the fractional form may be seen in higher classes. Not here. Okay. Now you see there are decimal numbers which are non-terminating, just like this one. Is this number terminating? See whether this number is terminating? No. Like that, there are many more numbers like that. See, this one is, for example, pi. You already know that pi.
Yeah.
When you are finding the area of the circle,
Circle.
you will see pi r square, isn't it? What is the value of that pi? 22 by 7, isn't it?
Yes.
What is the value of pi?
22
by 7. If you are dividing 22 by 7, you will never ending number. You are getting this number 3.141.926, like that. It won't end. Okay. Similarly, if you are finding root 2, you will get this number. They are not rational numbers and one can study more about them in higher classes. Okay. Right. Now you see, try this 4 by 5. You try to divide 4 by 5. Try to divide 6 by 25. Try to divide 486 by 1000. I will do one for you. 4 by 5. Okay. Now you see 4 by 5, isn't it? Now you see, can I do this one? 4 by 5. Is there anything? Nothing. 0. Then put a dot. Then add a 0. What? Very good. 8 5s are 40. That's all. What is the equivalent? This is 0. Okay. What is 0.8 is equivalent to this one. 4 by 5 equal to 0.8. Okay. Shall we see another number? You tell another number.
486 divided by 1000. Third one.
That is very easy. I will tell you another shortcut here. 4 by 5, you know. You just understand this also. 4 by 5 equal to, just see, 4 by 5, isn't it? Then do this one, do this one. Anything, any number? Nothing, 0. Then add up 0, put a dot, and similarly put 8. If you find it difficult, just do this method. You try with another number. What is that?
86 divided by
486 divided by 1000. This is very easy.
486 divided by 1000.
Divide by 1000. Is there any 1000 available? No. Shall I put 0? 0 point. Add 0. How many thousands are in 4800? 4. 4 into 1000? 4000. If you put 5, it will become 5000. So that is bigger. Well, it is very easy. Again, 0, 6, 8. So no number. Again, I am adding 0. Again, what is that? 8000 are 8000. Right? Again, 600. Any number? No. 0. Put 6. So 6000. Getting 0. So what is this? 0.486. This is that. Another way is with 0 digits. Sorry, at the right. 486 divided by 1000. Okay, you put a dot till you are getting non-zero. So 1, 2, 3. Here you put a dot. Similarly, 1, 2, 3. Put a dot. This is the answer. 0 point. 486. Say for example, you are having a 225 divided by 100. How many zeros available?
2.
Then put a dot here. That's all. 2.25. How easy it is. Now you see, I will give you another example. 425 divided by 50.
1.
Wait, I will tell you.
42.5.
5. That's correct. But now I will tell you. How many digits?
1 digit.
1 digits. Put a dot here.
Mm.
Put a dot here.
Mm.
Now you divide 5 and 22.5. Okay. This should be 1.
Mm.
And what is this? 8.
8.
Huh? 8 5s are 40. Extra 2. 25 la 5. See, dot is coming dot. So 8.5. Can you understand this one?
Yes.
You put a 0, you just cancel the 0 and put a dot here. And again you have a big number rather than 1. So divide 5 with the whole number.
This
You will get 8.5.
8 is it?
8. 8 5s are 40.
40.
Remainder is 2.
2.
25. 25, how many 5s?
5.
5 5s are 25. That's all.
8.5.
Yes. The point is you will get a number of zeros in the decimal digits. Okay, this is another easiest method. Okay. Can you understand this one? This is very important one. Okay, we will see the next one in the next class. You try to do all the other things.